Good morning, Namaste. My appeal to the Prime Minister of India. Mr. Prime Minister, yesterday, the situation in Sri Lanka, the whole world is watching. People all over the world are watching. I don't know if you politicians are learning a lesson or two from this, what is happening in Sri Lanka, but this will repeat all over the world. This is what I predicted in 2016-17, that people all over the world will hit the road. There will be civil war. There will be rebellions everywhere. Like what happened in France. Louis XVI was guillotined. The same will happen world over. If you don't open up your eyes and realize the realities of life, in the name of development, all you political parties and politicians are looting. We are paying taxes, especially in India. There are thousands of taxes. If you, the Prime Minister, really care for this country and you have the majority, the brute majority, cancel all the pensions for the politicians like MLAs, MPs, councillors, do away with it. All the government servants who were getting big salaries, all the government servants who were corrupt. No politician need to be given a pension. You are coming here to serve the people and its country. Then it is a voluntary service. Do away with this, all these subsidized food in the parliament canteens, the railway fares, the flight tickets, the telephone bills, the cars for them. Only that way you can save the economy. If not, what is happening in Sri Lanka will happen in every country world over. It started even in China. Don't think China is doing very well. China is just hiding, so people don't get the real information. The same situation is lingering in Pakistan, in Lebanon, in Argentina, and so many countries world over. Syria, countries are struggling. The inflation is skyrocketing. Prices of commodities are skyrocketing. You people, for your own arrogance and your own show and your lifestyle, you are looting the nation. Is there any need, Mr. Prime Minister, for you to buy this aircraft for your travel and this building that you are putting up, the new parliament? Is this the time for you to start, especially in the COVID times when the economy is in a big mess? So you are only bothered about your luxurious life. You are not bothered about the people and its country. It's not very far away. My God is asking me to tell you this. I am repeatedly telling my appeal to the Prime Minister of this country. Whenever you are doing something right and good, I appreciate. But when you are doing something wrong, I do talk up. I don't care if you get angry. There is a young girl in Tamil Nadu, Nandini Anandan. I appreciate her, a young child who is so bothered and concerned about the country, talking up against all the corruption of every party, including yours. The price rise of the fuel is the basic thing that inflates all other price rises, the inflation. But you are not bothered. You don't seem to be understanding. You and your finance minister don't seem to be understanding. You are only giving all the while benefits for the big fat corporate crooks. You gave for the Adanis, the Ambanis, you gave all the things. The NCLT is such a corrupt forum. Most of the banks are all corrupt. Okay, you are only supporting these corporate crooks. But I was watching yesterday a small video, the AGM of the Reliance. I was the first one, 2 years back itself, I predicted that all this money that they are looting is not going to save them from death. It's not that I'm saying that everybody who's got cancer is a bad person. No, I don't say that. But with all the money in the world that you have, Mr. Mukesh Ambani could not stop his illness. So this is what is karma. This is what my God asked me to speak then itself. What are the liabilities of Mr. Mukesh Ambani? Nobody knows. What is the money he has borrowed from the Indian banks? Nobody knows. He is hurriedly, partitioned his wealth among his 3 children. So in the AGM, his mother was weeping, he was weeping, a lot of people weeping. Why they were weeping? Because his days are numbered. So, with all the wealth in your hand and being the richest man in the country and the 7th richest man or 10th richest man in the world, did not stop from your karma. You will face your karma. Every one of us, me including, all of us will face our karma. We might be acting like we don't, nothing has affected us. But our conscience, I always tell you, look into your conscience, Mr. Prime Minister. Are you doing the right thing? Your conscience will keep on tricking you every time we do something wrong. The same with Mukesh Ambani and then same with the Adani guys. Adani and Mukesh Ambani, the Ambanis have looted the country. All the politicians looted money is parked with them. If that money is taken, this country doesn't have any financial problems. All this pension money for all these politicians, their salaries stop. The country will do well. Why we should pay why you should suck our blood? Why we should pay taxes for all these crooks? For them to enjoy? You have increased the property taxes in Tamil Nadu. But the ministers have looted. There is no money in the corporations. Why are you people taxing us more and more? On one side we are paying the income tax, on one side the GST, on one side the VAT, on one side the excise duty, on one side the property tax, on one side the toll tax, on one side we are paying the road tax, and call it so many things. Service tax, this tax, that tax. Next, even you will tax me for breathing this oxygen, which you have started now. You want us to pay for the bore wells, for the water that we are going to drink, for your looting, for your people to spend. You people are making all the big blunders. You are looting the nation in corruption. And then we poor citizens have to pay for all this. Stop this. You politicians, all of you. What is happening in Sri Lanka will repeat here. You will also run. Don't think that you can use your police and your army to kill us. 138 crores. The army is what? Maybe 10 lakhs? 20 lakhs? Your government servants another 30 lakhs, maybe 2 crores, 10 crores, 10 crores against 128 crores. What can you do? Stop. Stop looting us. Stop taxing us reasonably. You want to reduce the corporate taxes to 25%, but we poor citizens, honest citizens have to pay 65% of indirect taxes. You think you will live happily and you will die peacefully and die happily? No. Yesterday Mr. Abe died like a dog on the road. I don't know, he might be a nice person. I don't have anything personally against him. But then the law of karma. Your karma will always catch up with all your deeds. Mr. Prime Minister, you say you are a strong. I don't believe in Hindutva. I am an Indian first. For me, I accept all religions, all castes, all languages. I have no animosity with anybody. I don't hate anybody. I only hate you corrupt corporate crooks and corrupt political crooks. You people need to be destroyed. Destruction has started. In Sri Lanka, our neighbor, we are watching. People are watching. It won't be very far if this happens in India. Every state government is looting its state with high taxes and saying blah blah, whatever you name it, all these taxes. There are 100 taxes in this country. But you say one tax, one country, one language, one religion. Then we make it one tax. Or the bloody one income tax and then one GST. You crazy guys. For your fun and your arrogance and your welfare, you are looting us. That won't go on long, Mr. Prime Minister. Change your ways. Open up your eyes. And just touch your conscience and say that there is no corruption going on in your party, that you are not corrupt. Touch your conscience. And then you will know what is the rule or law of karma. This applies to all the people who are sitting in high places. The judiciary, where there is so much of corruption. The police force. Even in the army, there are some people who are corrupt. The bureaucrats. Please, all of you, touch your conscience and realize what you're doing is right or wrong. This is appeal from a honest citizens of this country. Swatantra Party and GITA TV subscribers, thank you.